The Renaissance, which includes in England Elizabethan age, as well as the post Elizabethan age, that is, age of Milton, or you can say Jacobean age. But at large, for whole Europe, the Renaissance covers a big period that is from 13th century to 16th century. The Renaissance began in wealthy northern Italian trade centers like Venice and Florence, where contact with Byzantine and Muslim empires flourished. In Italy, the Renaissance was not merely a literary revival, it was also a scientific and artistic revival. It not only produced splendid poetry but also splendid painting and sculpture. Renaissance created a wealthy class who became patrons of the arts, merchants, and the Medici. The Medici family of Florence, which became wealthy from banking, wool, manufacturing, mining, trade, and other ventures, this family also became patrons of the arts. Michelangelo was among the artists who benefited from Medici patronage. The lifestyle of Renaissance. There were shops and business on the ground floors, while there were crowded living places above. Garbage, surprisingly, was thrown out into the street. Wealthy people had large homes but little privacy, and servants slept on ground floor. Here is one more patron family. Lucrezia Borgia was a famous Renaissance woman. Her father was Pope Alexander VI. Her second husband also was a very rich person. She was a generous patron of the arts and mother of 7 children. Classicism. Revival of Greek and Roman achievements and writings. The study of Greek literature brought a light into many dark places of intellect. The new classical influences polished the rudeness of English literature. At the same time, there was romantic quest for the remote, the wonderful, and the beautiful. Classicism. Renewed interest in Greek and Roman culture and values. Michelangelo's sculpture of David reflects the blending of religious ideals with Greek and Roman humanist philosophy. Note the idealized figure and accurate proportions. The Renaissance was both a revival of ancient classical mythology, literature, and culture, as well as a reawakening of the human mind after the long sleep of the dark Middle Ages to the wonder, the glory, and the beauty of the human body and the world of nature. The questioning spirit was the crux of Renaissance. Francisco Petrarch was a Renaissance writer and a Florentine humanist. He collected Greek and Roman writings like the poetry of Virgil and Homer and wrote secular, not religious, poetry about love and life in here and now, not just in the afterline. Coming to England, we can say that the Renaissance produced geniuses like Shakespeare, Marlowe, Spenser, and Sidney. It colored the thoughts and ideas of the people. Men started to think for themselves and to question the accepted beliefs. They got freedom to live, to think, and express themselves freely. They turned more and more to the present world and tried to get mastery in almost all the fields. Writers and thinkers began to criticize the old ways. Erasmus wrote Praise of Folly, which ridiculed the church, corrupt officials, and clergy, corrupt officials and clergy. Cervantes wrote Don Quixote, which poked fun at chivalry and the culture of medieval Europe. These both works were quite revolutionary at that time. Intellectual and artistic creativity. Johannes Gutenberg invented the movable type printing press, making written materials available to multitudes. The invention of the printing press multiplied books and carried the fruits of classical Renaissance to the people at large in the various countries of Europe. Astronomers like Copernicus and Galileo rediscovered the spherical shape of the earth and that it moved round the sun, and further that it was not at the center of the universe. The warped and narrow medieval cosmology suffered a big blow that, in shaking, it shook also religious faith. Man was spiritually liberated and free thinking was stimulated. Niccolo Machiavelli wrote The Prince, in which he advised monarchs to concentrate power. So, on the one hand, there were revolutionaries, and on the other hand, there were powerful people like him. The end justifies the means was the message of his work. Machiavelli's ideas have been used by despots to justify abusive use of power. Leonardo da Vinci was the ultimate Renaissance man. He not only produced masterpiece paintings but also had great accomplishments in the fields of science, engineering, and architecture. We can have a look at his works. Even the Renaissance architecture reflects the intellectuality and creativity of that era. The art. Wealthy popes and princes patronized many painters and sculptors who incorporated secular and classic themes into religious topics. Secularism in the literature or art meant a subject other than religion. Writers began writing in vernacular, the locally spoken language, instead of Latin, which ruled up till now. Dante wrote the Divine Comedy in Italian, telling the epic journey through hell, which was considered a taboo. Chaucer wrote Canterbury Tales in English, telling tales of medieval life. Humanism. The heart of Renaissance is humanism, which means glorification of people and human life, human reason. The detail of Raphael's Sistine Madonna shows humanism. Humanism means the study of Greek and Roman art, sculpture, and literature. It simply means religion of humanity. It is devotion to human life, human interest, human emotions. It brought about a revolutionary change in life and outlook of the people. The characters, if you notice, look like real people with individual differences, muscle tone. You can see their humanity. Michelangelo's knowledge of anatomy is used to show the details of the human form. In Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper, each figure is distinguishable. Humanists believed that human reason and logic were as important in understanding the world as religion and intuition. They celebrated the accomplishments of man and looked for inspiration to the ancient Greek and Roman thinkers. Here, Michelangelo's Moses shows the attention paid to anatomy and the power of the individual. Thus, We can conclude by saying that the Renaissance means the gradual enlightenment of the human mind after the darkness of the Middle Ages. It means rebirth or reawakening. It had its birth in Italy and spread in Germany, France, and took 100 years to reach England. It was as if mankind were awakened from a long sleep and looked at the glory of nature with astonishment. It was a rediscovery by mankind of himself and of the world.